Hey, this is Lenny Rutledge from Sanctuary, and you're listening to Rockum Radio.
Lenny?
How's it going?
Everything is good. How are you?
I'm good. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling you from Kingston, Ontario, Canada.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow, that's cool.
Oh, yeah. And, well, I saw you in 2018 in Toronto with Ice Earth at the Phoenix Concert Theater as a part of the Watertown Tribute Tour.
Okay, yeah, that was a good tour. We had a lot of fun.
That was an unforgettable night, Lenny. You chose an excellent setlist for that night.
Yeah, we had a good time. Canada's always fun. A little bit more snow than we like, but it's always fun.
Oh, yeah. What are your memories about that tour?
Well, there was a lot of good crowds. It was a fun tour. Ice Earth is a great band, and we were honored to be out with them. As far as Canada, we had a great time. It was a little snowy. We're not used to traveling around and that much snow. I remember seeing feet of snow everywhere we went. So it was a little rough. When we were loading in and stuff like that, it seemed like it was always snowing or pouring down rain or something. It was fun though.
Oh yeah.
We had a blessing.
I have a short story about that night. When I was in the line waiting for entry to the Phoenix Concert Theater in Toronto, I found Joseph Michael and asked him for a picture. He said that first he was going to change his clothes and will come back. So after 2 hours, he looked for me and we took a picture. He was awesome.
Oh, that's good. And glad he kept up his promise.
Oh yeah, of course. Let me tell you, your album Into the Mirror Black 3rd Anniversary Edition is fantastic. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. It's been, we've been trying to make that happen for a while now. It's been a little bit of a challenge to get it to the actual point of release, but it's finally here.
Oh yeah. What can you tell me about the album?
Well, we included the live version this time. There was a promo release back in 1990 called Black Reflections that Epic put out, and it had a few of the live songs that we did in Reseda in May of 1990. And we never really had the option to mix it correctly or anything. I think Epic just put it out. I don't even think we knew about it. We recorded. We had a recording done of a show, and they owned the masters to it, so they kind of put it out as promo. But a few years back, our old manager sent me the master tapes of it, and we decided to digitize them and remix them and everything, and we liked the way it sounds, so we wanted to include it in this new release.
There's a lot of fans that are happy to have the opportunity to get that Black Reflection in a complete show.
Yeah, we get asked about that all the time. People always ask what happened to that. And, we weren't really sure what, if it was ever going to have a chance to release that. So we thought it would be great to release that with the new version of Mirror Black. Zeus did remastering on the original songs, and then we also have 3 demos on there as well. So it's got a bunch of cool stuff on there. And then there's a cool booklet. You can see a bunch of the pictures from back in that day and then tours that we went on.
Wow.
And then we kind of tell the whole story in there and everything too.
Who was in charge of the mastering?
Zeus.
Wow, he's a famous in the music industry. He worked with a lot of people.
Yeah, he's done a lot of good projects, and so he helped us with Inception, and he also recorded The Year the Sun Died with us too.
Okay. Lenny, what can you tell me about the next studio album on Sanctuary? Are you still working on? What plans do you have?
Yeah, we're working on it right now. As a matter of fact, I have Dave Budville here with me too, and we're working on songs. We're writing new songs, and we're demoing a lot of stuff. And I would say that the music, for the most part, sounds very similar to the vein of The Year the Sun Died. Okay. And the vocals, obviously, it's a bit of a different thing, just because it's a different singer. So we're working on finalizing how all this is going to go, and we're hard at work. We've got quite a few songs, But we're taking our time. We realize that there's a legacy that, we feel like we're sort of responsible for making it sound a certain way. We want to make sure that we would make World proud as well.
Okay,
so
okay.
We're taking our time. We're taking our time, and we're making sure we make it right.
That's good. Joseph Michael is a new official singer of Sanctuary. I saw him performing in Toronto, and he did a great job that night. My question is, do you think his official incorporation opens a new era for the band, or the Sanctuary's legacy should continue as it has always been?
Well, it's definitely a new era for the band. Mm-hmm. Things are different. That's for sure. We're just trying to do what we can as far as putting out, the best music as we can, and put on the best shows that we can. And we hope people enjoy it. The thing that we like is that now I feel like we can reach back into our catalog, and, it seems like it works pretty well. People respond to it when we play live with Joseph. Worrell set the bar pretty high when he was a young man. He sang some crazy stuff. It's unbelievable, amazing stuff. Mm-hmm. And, toward the end, he had a little bit of a difficulty singing it, which any human being would, I think. Mm-hmm. But, so now I think we can reach back and play some of those songs, and people enjoy it. So, that's kind of what we're hoping to do, is just go out and play good shows and still produce good music, and hopefully people enjoy it. And as long as they do, we'll keep on doing it.
Okay. Are you still searching a new lead guitar player for Sanctuary? Which are the requirements to fill that position?
First of all, people find this weird, but you have to be a really big Sanctuary fan. And I know that seems obvious, but it isn't always, because sometimes there's a lot of guitar players out there that are hired guns, and they just play with whoever, mm-hmm. and that's fine. I would like to try and find a forever guitar player, somebody who can contribute. You don't necessarily have to be. We want a shredder, but we like somebody who's a little more unique.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of guys out there that kind of play the same thing. But obviously, somebody who's a huge fan, very, comparable musician, and somebody who can contribute too, again, that sounds easy as well, but it goes kind of back to the legacy. We want to try and keep the framework of writing within a certain vibe, I guess.
Okay. Lenny, if you could change anything about the music industry right now, what would it be?
Well, first of all, we'd all be playing. But that's more of a COVID thing.
I know.
Change anything about the music industry? Well, if I could go back in time, we would still be able to. I think streaming is great.
Okay.
It's been kind of an issue for bands as a whole, just because you sort of lose. Obviously there's income that's lost, mm-hmm. just because the whole streaming thing. People don't sell as many CDs and stuff. So it's a little harder to make a living. And I also think that, Dave and I were having this conversation last night. The mystery of things has kind of changed. Mm-hmm. I remember when we were young, you had to sort of experience things on an organic level. And now, everything before it even happens. You can go on the internet and YouTube and find out anything about every band, about everything that's coming up, about their show, about what they're doing in their show. Mm-hmm. Before it used to be you had to go to the show to see it, or you had to hear from your friends about how great it was, and then you were excited when that band would come. But now everything's out there. You can just see it. You can see it all happen. You can watch it all happen on YouTube or Facebook or whatever. Mm-hmm. So while all that stuff is great, I think it's sort of changed the way we consume music now and the experience. That's one thing I miss. I mean, with bad always comes good. There's always, different ways that can be used in your benefit as well too. But I kind of miss the old days.
Me too, Lenny. I miss the old days.
Yep.
If you could advise a young musician who wants to start a music career, which would be your advice?
Well, you know what? If it's in your blood and if it's what you want to do, I say go for it. But just, be prepared for challenges, especially, again, nowadays, things are different. I think, in a way, it's kind of easier to get yourself out there just because there's all these tools like Facebook and YouTube and all that. But I think that also makes it a crowded space as well because there's so many people out there doing it.
Yeah,
so, be the best at what you can do, find what you're good at in music or anything, and then just try and be the best at it. And, you kind of got to live it and you got to make things happen. If you just sit around and you wait for things to happen, they don't always happen. I mean, sometimes I need to take my own advice, but one thing I can tell you is that, you have to go out there and it's not all luck. Sometimes you have to make your own luck. You have to search out the people that can get you that one step further. Go out there and get it and live it and do it and always, be out there networking and trying to, get with people who are at another level from you.
Wow. That's a wise advice. Any last words to your fans on Rockum Radio?
Yeah, come out and check us out when all this whole COVID thing ends. We hope it ends soon. We hope everybody's being safe, and we feel for all the people in the industry. We have crew members and everything, and they can't work, and so we hope this is all over and that soon, and we can all get out there and make music and enjoy it with our fans.